Hello friends, I wish to talk to you in this video about the psychology of dog hatred. This is meant for fellow dog lovers and also other reasonable people. Those who hate dogs are welcome to see it, but I doubt if they will. So why is it that some people hate dogs? A being which comes as close to unconditional love as possible and known as man's best friend. It has so much, in our mythology there is not a single story which paints dogs in a bad light, all of them in good light. So why is it that some people hate dogs? So if you talk to them, they will express fear of bites. They see lots of scary news, scary videos on media, social media and so on. This is what they will tell. But I think it goes further than that. Now, if you consider any problem, there are of course lots of problems in society, poverty, corruption, air pollution, dog biting is a problem. So for any problem, there are two aspects to it. One is the problem itself and the other is how to solve the problem. Now, this is the second part where all of these people who hate dogs are a complete knot. In all these years, they have complained so much about being scared of dogs. Dog biting is a huge problem. Supreme Court has said alarming rise in dog bites. These resident welfare associations have been complaining for years. All of them intelligent people, in very successful walks of life. But none of these RWAs have had the intelligence level to come up with a solution. They don't have a single written solution. This is why they keep complaining on WhatsApp, on social media, on Twitter, Facebook and so on, but they cannot come up with a solution. They don't have a written solution. This is the reason why even in the Supreme Court, the order was taken up suo motu. Nobody complained, right? For complaining, you need to write something. RWAs can only complain. They cannot write. And they don't have a written solution, which is why Supreme Court had nothing to go by, and they came up with, whatever they could, and there are absurd things in the order, such as putting a fence around a railway station and so on. So the long and short of it is that when you consider problem versus solution, those who hate dogs, specifically the various RWA bodies, they simply don't have a written solution because it is simply beyond their intellectual capability. In this particular aspect, they are of course very intelligent, very successful in various other aspects of life. But when it comes to dogs, something which they hate, they cannot come up with a solution. So we can probe further and ask as to why this is the case. Now, all of us as humans have, you can think of our brains as roughly consisting of two parts. One is the emotional or wild part of the brain, which acts on instinct. And the other part of the brain is the human part of the brain, which is, comes up with intelligent solutions to problems. So the way humans are supposed to solve problems are supposed to be different, not just react using the wild part of the brain. However, when it comes to, people who hate dogs, they have only the wild part of the brain operational in this aspect. They cannot come up with any intelligent solution. That's why you have the vengeance mode operating. So one dog bites, the entire species has to be punished. So this is their reaction, which makes completely no sense from a civilized human brain point of view. It doesn't make any sense. So let me summarize what I wanted to say. The weak point of all the people who hate dogs is they simply don't have an intellectually valid solution. They don't have a written solution. So if you want to deal with those who hate dogs, ask them for a written solution and let's see how they fare. Okay, so that's my message. Thank you.